Hello, I'd like to do an interactive card trick with you. I want you to pick 5 cards in your home, okay? And I'm going to attempt to guess all 5 cards over the internet, over YouTube. In order to do this feat, I need for you to get a piece of paper, and I need you to number from 1 to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, okay? You can put dashes like I did if you want to. As long as you number from 1 to 5, because you're going to have to remember 5 card choices. I'll explain the row later on in the trick. Right now, I want to show you that I have an ordinary deck of bicycle playing cards, which are in no set order, okay? But I know people on YouTube are very, very suspicious. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll give these cards a shuffle, okay? I'm not a great shuffler. I shuffle off the buffalo, but in any case, I'll do the best that I can to shuffle the cards a couple of times. If you were here to have you shuffle them, but you're not here, so I shuffle them. Now we're going to make a row of 5 cards 5 times, making 25 random cards from a shuffled deck of cards. So let's start here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, now we're going to have to add 4 more cards to each pile to make 25. So we can actually start anywhere. Okay, we can go across. Okay, here's the second row. Okay, here's the third row, and we just need to add 2 cards to each pile. So we could just do it like this. We could skip a row. We could put it here and go here. So now we should have 5 cards in each row. Now we could start the trick in each pile I'm in, okay? Let's start with pile number 1, and let's see what the cards are. After I shuffle them up a little bit, I'm going to display them for you right here, okay? Those are the 5 cards that we came out with in a shuffled deck of cards for the first card choice. I need for you to pick any one of these 5 cards. 2 of hearts, 2 of clubs, 9 of diamonds, 4 of spades, or the ace of spades, and write it down over here as your first card choice. I think that's very fair. You can pick any one of these 5 cards. There's no way that I can know which one you're writing down, but write down whichever card you want out of those 5 as your first choice, okay? Now let's move on to the second pile over here, okay? And we'll shuffle these up and we'll display them as well, okay? Got the 9 of clubs, 7 of hearts, 4 of hearts, ace of hearts, and the 4 of clubs. So I need for you to look at those 5 cards and pick any one that you want. There's no way I could know which one you're picking, and write it down on the paper as your second choice, okay? Write it down as your second choice. Any one of those 5 cards, okay? That's very, very fair. Doesn't matter the order, okay? Now we're going to take the third pile of cards, okay? And I'm going to display them, and you're going to pick any one that you want, from the Queen of Spades, the Jack of Clubs, the 9 of Hearts, the 6 of Spades, and the 7 of Clubs. Pick any one of those 5 cards and write it down as your third choice. Write that card down here because you might forget what your third choice was. That's why I asked you to get the paper so you can write it down, okay? Let's collect this pile. Whoops, a little sloppy. Okay, let's move on to the 4th pile. Mix these cards up and display them, okay? We have the 6 of clubs, the 8 of diamonds, the 3 of hearts, the ace of clubs, and the 2 of diamonds. Pick any one of those 5 cards. This is so fair. And write down your choice right here in the 4th position. Write it down. Any one of those 4 cards. It's your choice. There's no way I could know what you're choosing, right? But I will at the end of the trick, okay? Now, let's take the 5th row and display these cards. We got the 10 of clubs. We got the King of Spades. We got the Ace of Diamonds. We got the 3 of Spades. And we got the 7 of Diamonds. Okay, pick any one of those 5 cards. It's your choice from a shuffle deck of cards, and write down that 5th choice, any one of those 5 cards, and write it down here. So now you should have 5 different cards, okay? 5 different cards, and there's no way I could know what they are, but I'm going to try to find out what they are, and I'll show you how. Now, if you were here, I'd ask you to pick up any one of the piles and put it on top of another one. So let's say you took pile 2 and you put it on top of 5. Now put it on top of another pile. Okay, let's say you want to put it 3. You could put it on top of any pile you want. What we're doing is mixing up the order of the cards, okay? Now I'd ask you to spread them out in any way you want. So in other words, you can start here, go 2, 4, you can go 5, 1. You can start on 1, you can go down to 5, you can go to 3, you can go to 2, you can go to 4. You can go to 4 and 2, you can go to 1 and 5 and 3. Okay, you can go to 4, 5, you can go 2, 1 and 3, or you can go straight across 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So you mixed up the cards in the order even more. And now you're going to mix them up again more by picking up any pile like we did before and put it on top of another pile. And then take that pile and put it on top of any pile you want. And now put it on top of any pile you want. And finally put it on top of the last pile. I think that was really, really fair. We mixed up the cards even more. And now if you were here, I'd ask you to cut the deck. Okay? Now the cards are thoroughly mixed. And there's no way I can even know the cards that you chose because you're home, okay? But I'm going to try to attain it by making 5 rows of cards. This is now going to be row 1. And it's going to have 5 cards in it. And the cards in row 1 is the 9 of hearts, the king of spades, the 4 of hearts, the 6 of clubs, and the ace of spades. This was all done at random, okay? Row 2 is going to have these cards, the queen of spades, the 7 of diamonds, the ace of hearts, the ace of clubs, and the 2 of hearts. This was all done at random, okay? Row 3 is going to have the 7 of clubs, the 10 of clubs, the 4 of clubs, 2 of diamonds, and the 4 of spades, okay? That is the cards in row 3. Row 4 is going to have the 6 of spades, 3 of spades, 9 of clubs, the 8 of diamonds, and the 9 of diamonds. Those are the cards in row 4. And the cards in row 5 are going to be the jack of clubs, the ace of diamonds, the 7 of hearts. I want to make sure you see them all. The 3 of hearts and the 2 of clubs. So we have 5 rows of cards that were gotten by mixing and shuffling and mixing it all up. And so it's at random. These are the cards in row 1. These are the cards in row 2. These are the cards in row 3, row 4, and row 5. Now I need for you to get that paper back again where you have your 5 choices written. And I need for you to look at whatever card you took as your very, very first choice. And I need for you to see, is that card in row 1? Do you see it in row 1? If it is, write down row 1. If you see that first choice in row 2, put a 2 here. If you see that card in row 3, put a 3 here. If you see it in row 4, put a 4 here. And if you see that card in row 5, put a 5 here. Okay? So you looked at what your first choice was, and you located what row was in, and you put that row over here. Now we're going to do the same thing to all the other cards. Take a look at what your second card choice was. Do you see that second card choice in row 1? Then put it over here. Put row 1 for 2 for your second choice. Do you see that second card choice in row 2? Put a 2. Do you see it in row 3? Put a 3. Put a 3 over here by the 2. If you see it in row 4, put 4. If you see it in row 5, put row 5 as your second choice. So wherever you see your second choice, look to find the row that it's in and put it over here. Now move down to your third card choice. Take a look and see what the card was. Do you see that card in row 1, row 2, row 3, row 4, or row 5? Whatever row you see, your third card choice, that's the number you have to write here. If you see it in row 1, you write a 1. If you see it in 2, you write a 2, 3, 4, 5. It's okay if some of these rows are going to be the same because we shuffle the cards, okay? It's very possible. Now look at your fourth card choice. Do you see that card in row 1, row 2, row 3, row 4, or row 5? Whatever row you see your fourth card choice in, that's the number you need to write over here. Okay? And finally, look at your fifth card choice. Do you see that fifth card choice in row 1, row 2, row 3, row 4, or row 5? Whatever row you see that fifth card choice in, you write it here. So you should have 5 numbers, and some of them could be the same. In order for me to do this trick, I need for you to comment below in order from your first to your fifth card choice the number of the rows. All I need is the rows. So let's say your first card choice was in row 2, okay? And the next one was in 4, and the next one was in 4 again, and the next one was in 5, and the next one was in 1. So you would write down 3, 4, 4, 5, 1, okay? Whatever order, whatever the row numbers are, you type it in the comment section in that order. You don't skip around, you do it in exactly the order. Your first card choice row, second card choice row, third card choice row, fourth card choice row number, and your fifth card choice number. And from those 5 numbers that you send me, I will get back to you and tell you what your cards were. I know it sounds amazing, but somehow this trick works. So I hope to hear from you. Comment, write down those 5 numbers in order, and I'll be able to get back to you and tell you what your 5 card choices were from the confines of your own home and your own mind. Thank you in advance.